Chapter 2119. At this time, after Takehiko and Watanabe chatted a few more words, Takehiko entered the topic. Shinwa, I have two things to come to you this time. The first thing is to taste bluefin tuna and taste Yamazaki 50-year-old whiskey. Watanabe smiled slightly and asked with a smile, what about the other thing? Takehiko smiled and said, don't you want to build a joint venture in Japan? I will introduce you to a good partner, Miss Faria Adair from the Adair Group. After that, Ito pointed at Faria at the dinner table. Only then did Watanabe see Faria. The whole person was immediately stunned. He was shocked and said, Adair, Miss Adair, hasn't she been reported missing on TV after the accident? Why, how could she be here? Takehiko said at this moment. Miss Adair is a distinguished guest in my family. She encountered an emergency this time. Because the matter was more sensitive, she did not disclose her whereabouts. Shinwa, you must keep a secret, understand? When Watanabe heard this, he nodded hurriedly and said solemnly, Brother Ito, don't worry, I will never reveal a word. Ito smiled with satisfaction and said, in this case, you first represent Nippon Steel and sign the cooperation agreement with Ms. Adair. Having said that, Takehiko said very seriously, Brother, I'm selling my face. In terms of cooperation terms, we must make appropriate concessions. Watanabe said without hesitation, Brother Ito, since you have spoken, I will definitely give the best discount in terms of terms. Faria hurriedly stood up at this time and said to Watanabe, Mr. Watanabe, I have been admiring your name for a long time. I am Faria Adair, and I hope you will take care of me in the future. Watanabe nodded and smiled and said, Miss Adair, since you are a distinguished guest of Brother Ito, you are naturally also a distinguished guest of Watanabe. In our daily overseas cooperation, we generally strive for holding, but since Brother Ito speaks, now let's just keep it simple. You hold 51% of the shares, and we hold 49%. What do you think? Faria's biggest goal in coming to China this time was to reach holding cooperation with Nippon Steel. She was completely satisfied with the Adair Group holding 51%. She talked to that Hashimoto for so long before and tried to get a 50% shareholding of both parties, but failed. So now Watanabe directly agreed to let the Adair Group hold 51%, which made her immediately excited. So Faria hurriedly bowed to Watanabe and thanked him. Mr. Watanabe, thank you so much. I believe we, the Adair Group, will definitely not disappoint you. Watanabe was also very shrewd, pointing directly at Takehiko next to him and earnestly said, Miss Adair, you have to thank Brother Ito for this matter. Brother Ito spoke. I naturally raised my hands in agreement. For Watanabe, he didn't know Faria, so he didn't care whether Faria owed him favors. What he cared about was letting Ito take his favor to heart, and if he needed it in the future, he would ask Takehiko to get it back. When Faria heard this, she looked at Takehiko gratefully and said thankfully, Mr. Ito, thank you for your help. Faria is indebted. Takehiko was even more of a seasoned person. He didn't want Faria to owe him a favor. The reason why he helped was for Alex's sake. So he hurriedly said, Miss Adair, in the final analysis, I still have to thank Mr. Anderson for everything. Alex looked at the performance of Takehiko and Watanabe with a slight smile on his face. He was very clear about the mentality of these two people. It was nothing more than a chain of relationships. Watanabe sells Takehiko's face, and Takehiko sells his own face.